All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to try and answer a few questions that KR asked me, but just before going live on this video, or it's not live, but just before pressing the record button, I have posted the link on Discord for my chart, a very specific chart. And what I want you to do, brother, is hold on to that chart, okay? And let me try and answer some questions. So I know you asked me earlier on, what if we go to 50 something and then pump up 53, maybe possibly 56 and this and that. Listen, there's mixed information coming out there, because a lot of the guys who kind of talk nonsense they're kind of stuck. They don't really know what to say. I mean, today, respects to him, there was a video you sent me and you said to watch it from a specific time, and I watched it twice from that specific time. I didn't watch the beginning anyway. And respect to him for one thing, that he admitted that he only gets it right about 80% of the time. I won't claim that. I won't say 80%, 90% or any numbers at all. I'm going to leave that to your judgments. But ultimately, the chart I have shared to you on the Discord link is what you need to be looking at, basically. It's all the lines are drawn, all my indicators are there, everything is there. You can see, you don't need to change anything, just keep it as it is. I've already extended all the lines, all the patterns. You can see the resistance and support zones. All right, you will be able to see every single one of those, and you can see what the market is doing right now, what the market should be doing, how low it can go. It's all drawn. It's been there the whole time. I haven't changed my chart, bro. I haven't changed my chart since God knows when, like I think October, November, something like this. Same chart, same lines, nothing changed. Now, as for the video that you sent me, I'm not going to mention who it was, but I don't know if you noticed, most of the analysis they were doing it on a 5-minute chart. Unless they're trading 5-minute time zones, I don't know what relevance that has. It doesn't give you a bigger picture. It's 5 minutes. I mean, imagine how many 5 minutes we have inside a single day. That's a lot. So I didn't see the relevance there. However, they did pick on some numbers, and they were talking about the 33k. We've talked about this as well. In fact, I've put a specific number, 32,900 something, whatever. I put that there. However, if you do go onto my chart, you will see that I have these specific ranges where basically the market will be doing something. So it's from like 36 to 33k. Also, I even have a 29k actually on my chart as well. So keep an eye on those things. That's what we're looking at. And I mentioned this last week as well on Discord, how if we fall below 36,000 something, I think it was 36,009 or something like this, or something similar like that, then we could expect it to go lower. However, we do have a support around there, and I mentioned this on the previous video. I'm sure the quality wasn't that good because of the audio issues we had. I realized later on actually, because I don't know what the hell I recorded. I just pressed live and just carried on. And so I realized there was some audio issues, plus there's some lag on the stream as well. I probably won't do that again. I'll probably just record it like this. At least this way I know the audio is being picked up by the phone itself. So what can you do? But that's what's going on now. You want to know what's going to happen, bearish, bullish? That chart will give you the tops and bottoms. The bearish scenario is that yes, we can go to 33. We hope that 33 we would pick up, but that's not a strong support. The strongest support we have is the 29k or 28.5, around that figure anyway, which is the previous bottom. Remember, previously we've had a double bottom. That would be the area, because we tested it twice before we pumped up, and then we ended up going all the way to 69k. So that is a stronger zone, compared to most of them, because we've been around that zone a few times. The 33k was the most recent bottom we had. So that means this, we can test that level and then move back up again. In fact, the most recent bottom was 32,900 something. So yes, that becomes a previous support is going to be a lovely little support again for us, of course, if we hold that. Talking about if the market's still on play or not, market currently looks like it's in play. Yes, we did test, we broke above, we tested, we failed. That's the only thing we did. We failed weekly. So I'm going to give it another chance. It doesn't give me anything at this present moment, because both the weeks, past 3 weeks actually, so including this and another 2 weeks before that, if you look at the weekly candles, so I'm sure you can shift the charts when you do look at it, what you'll notice is we didn't break the complete trend, and we didn't create our lower high. We didn't create any. So that's one of the reasons why we're still forming this trend. And listen, a downward trend testing upwards is not a bad thing. It's actually a positive thing. So you got to actually look at it in a complete different way. It's like, okay, this is the level that we had. This is where we fell from. Did we test that? Yes, we did. How many times? Twice. We've tested it twice. So if we failed, it's okay. It's not a complete failed rally. Did we go to the bottom again? Yes. What's the bottom? 36k. Did we test it? Yes. How many times? Go back and look, and you'll be surprised. So you can see that we're finding support around this 36k. Even if we fall below this, we still have another support zone at the 33k. If we fall below that, we have a massive support zone at the 29k. Again, all of this is just beautiful for us, because that gives us an opportunity to re-enter the market at cheaper prices. You know, can we climb all the way up to 50k? Yes, but in my opinion, what I'm going to tell you is, if we did test the 50k and hold support around that zone, we're only going up. I don't think we're going to be going down again, well, at least for the short time. Is the bull market over? Are we officially in a bear market? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Officially, bear market would be the bottom range, would be the 29k, or at least testing below the 29k. Right now, yes, we've calmed down. We've been trending down and we've calmed down, but it doesn't change anything, because remember, if you go back a specific amount of time, for example, to do the like a 2-year moving average, right? So what you're doing is using the 100-day moving average, and do it on a 100-week, and what that gives you is close enough to 2 years. If not, then you can even do 104 and then do it that way. All of that is showing us that we're still within the averages. We're not below. In fact, the average is currently, I think the low is like, I think 16 or 17k, something like that. So we're well above that. So based on those numbers, that we know that we're still okay. We're still not bearish at all. I've mentioned this on yesterday's video, and I've mentioned this before as well. If somebody doesn't have any patience, this is not a financial advice. If you do not have any patience, then what you need to be doing right now is, you know, just enter the positions. And obviously, if you're prepared to wait for a year, 2 year, whatever, 5 years, then you enter, and that's it. You know, you just enter and you just deal with it and forget about it. You don't look back or anything like this. So this is how it will be, and hopefully, you know, within the next few years you'll be okay. Now, why within the next few years? Let me kind of reiterate this. I know those questions are going to come. Why Sham? Why 23? Why 2024? We have another halvening coming up in 2024. Whatever price we see now, whether we pump or dump or whatever, that will all be part of the structure that we're going to have in 2024 around March to May-ish, when we have the halvening. Right, so we know the supply is going to be cut again, right? And that should create some more demand as well. And also demand, talking about that, there's a lot of demand right now. So many countries are, you know, working with even Western Union, for God's sake, is accepting crypto. So you've got to look at some of this stuff. It's like, okay, there's other data that's there that we should just not overlook just because the market's trending down. Because remember, when the market is super bullish, you should be afraid. And when the market is super bearish, you should be, you know, super excited, because these are the opportunities. You know, yes, can it go up? Yes, it will go up. Would it go down? Yes, it will go down. You know, up and down. It doesn't matter. That's part of nature. Nothing goes up one way. You know, it just happens, right? So, you know, the main thing is are we at the bottom of the market, or are we at the top of the market? Right now, you can fairly say, you know, we are close enough to the bottom, and we are the bottom, and nobody can tell you what the absolute bottom is, and nobody can tell you what the absolute top is, right? You know, just like how your fiat currency, you don't know if the rate is fixed. You know, today between, say, for example, GBP to USD, that rate could change every minute. It's not fixed. It's not fixed that that's what's going to be today. No, it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? And half the time the rates you're paying is inter-exchange rate, which is a variable. But this is a probability rate. That's what you're paying anyway. There's no fixed rate. So everything depends on this. You know, in my opinion, I see this to be very bullish. I'm very bullish right now. I've got my positions. I've mentioned my positions the other day as well. I mentioned my position at the 33k, and I also mentioned my position at the 29k on Discord. You can go and verify this. You know, I'm a man of my word. If I've said something, I've done it. I'm not here to come and show some stuff to you. I'm not here to, you know, try and promote stuff or try and give you some nonsense, you know, or just show you a bunch of charts and then show you a different chart every other day. I don't do that. You guys should know this very well. Most of my charts are fixed. That's why I thought, okay, do you know what's the best thing to do? I'm going to share one of my chart. In fact, what I'll do is, I've got the thing on the clipboard. I'll actually, on the description, I'll put the chart in the description as well, so you can take a copy of it, do whatever, and just observe it. That's all I'm asking. Just observe it, and you'll see exactly what needs to be done. And you'll see these lines drawn in a purple color. These are my lines that I've put in. Those lines are what's going to show you where the market wants to be right now, where the support zones are and where the resistance zones are. But I do highly recommend, please do keep an eye on the chart on the higher time frames. Because if you really want to know what's going on, you don't want to be looking at daily or a few hours or even 5 minutes. I mean, that was just pathetic in my opinion. No disrespect to anybody, but that's the point. It's just pathetic. 5 minutes. What the hell are you doing? What are you trying to show me? Do you know what I mean? We're not trading in 5 minutes. The BTC doesn't last 5 minutes. BTC will last forever, and we need to see the bigger data. We need to see the last 10, 15 years or 10, 13 years worth of data, at least from 2010, right? So 12 years worth of data. That's what we need to see. We don't want to be seeing 5 minute data. No way. So longer the data, stronger the data. You know, keep calm, be patient, know your entry points, know your strategy, always invest money that you can afford to lose. And remember, I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never do that. If you did like the video, please do like, share and subscribe. But yeah, bro, I hope this kind of answers your question. I don't want to make this any longer. I'm in traffic, massive traffic jam. The M1 is completely closed, so if you guys happen to be going towards the M1 right now, avoid it at all costs. M1, Brent Cross, the whole lot, Staples Corner, everything, Choco-Block. I've been in here on this traffic. I'm moving at like 1 mile an hour for almost an hour and a half now. So yeah, just watch the space. And remember guys, a lot of the stuff I do post on Discord. That's the best place to be. So I know a lot of guys you know, ask me like, oh bro, you know, do you do signals and this and that? No, I don't do signals, guys. You know, how do you communicate with me? Discord, right? You can just tag me on Discord if you want to ask me something. That's how people get to me. That's how I talk to people. You know, if somebody's not going to be tagging me, then of course they're just having a normal conversation. By all means, not to worry. But if it's for me, for my eyes, then yeah, just tag me and I'll deal with it. But other than that, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos. Yeah, have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye bye.